name's Coco Finaldi. Welcome to Move at Home, your physical and spiritual toolkit. Today I have a beautiful practice for you called the BALM in the spirit and in the energy of the wood element. Wood element is about liver and gallbladder meridians. So the liver is the yin meridian through the inner legs, gallbladder is through the sides of the body, and as an energetic sort of shampoo in and around the head. I'm just going to draw those lines for you very quickly in the beginning so that you have an awareness as we move through how we're working those energy lines and weaving that through the practice of the BALM, which is a nervous system informed soft tissue and plastic tissue mobility practice infused with all sorts of flavors and beauty. So you need a yoga mat and possibly a dowel. If you don't have a dowel, you can surely do this practice with me. So let's go ahead and begin on our back side with the soles of the feet grounded in the CRP, constructive rest position. Rooting through the heels, wiggle the fingertips. Make sure that the room you're in is warm enough for your body to settle, for your joints to be able to lubricate and feel warm, so it's not too cold, too dry. There's a lubrication. Dry, brittle wood will translate emotionally in anger, frustration, short fusedness. So we want to lubricate, and keep the wood pliable. So I've got all my 10 fingers to touch, and I'm moving a vertical line from above the head down to the center chest, working with these, say, chakras or the spinning wheels or even just energy centers, or simply somatically in the body of moving above and beyond the head and down to the center of the chest, center of breath. How does metal affect wood? Metal is the lung and large intestine meridians, and metal overcomes wood, so it chops it. So when the wood is too heavy, we break it up with the metal. When we want to nourish the wood, we use water element. Wood will react a little bit with any boundary, or if we get in their way. That personality type does not enjoy that. It's important to keep and nourish their vision, but keep them able to have compassion and empathy. Feel like we are creating the vision with them, and everybody's moving in the same direction. So now my legs are widening and drawing closer together, so I'm moving in a lateral way in the coronal plane, out wide. A slight point to the toes. I want to bring in the arms. There's the spirit of Qigong here, or just fluid movement, mindful movement. The mindfulness piece is what's important. What am I doing? How am I doing it? What is guiding me? How is this impacting my state moment to moment and changing it? From here, extending the arms, the legs out in front, cross at your thumbs, pull the thumbs apart, retract your shoulder blades, chin toward the chest. And then bend the knees and slowly roll to the sits bones. Bring the soles of the feet down, coming into a squat position. If you don't feel ready for a squat, you can move into like a half squat or more like a chair. I'm always ready for a squat. And then a turning and a rotating to the right, reaching your right arm up. So I'm going to offer variations here. You can stay with the press palm down, reach palm up, or you can lace the fingers, find a bind, open up the chest. So these practices are not designed to defeat you, but to progress you, and for you to become very aware that it's principle and process. Let's go to the other side. And the process takes time. Sometimes the process is quick, sometimes not so quick. Let's continue on. Maybe there's that progression, what we call in the yoga, a little bind. The bondage. Free of the bondage. Hands come down, I straighten the legs, parallel the feet. Pick up right, left foot, palms underneath the soles of the feet. If your hamstrings are too tight for this, you bend the knees, or you simply hang, grabbing opposite elbows. Let the head be heavy. Let yourself breathe, breathe, breathe. fragrance. The eyes are the sense organ associated to the wood element, so you can move the eyes behind the lids. Releasing the hands and slowly sweeping up, slowly sweeping up. Hands are kind of grazing my side legs here. I'm going to come into a chair position, drawing myself into a deep chair. Holding the chair, inhale. Exhale, I straighten the legs, and I come to standing. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Take the arms all the way up over the head, cross up the thumbs, and pull as you bend the knees. Keep those butterfly hands as you come up and over to the left side. You can draw your feet close together or separate them hips width apart. It's a side bend. Again, unraveling that side body. Pushing and rooting through your feet. Inhale, return that beautiful pliable bamboo up and over. Bend the knees, change the crossing of your thumbs. Straighten the legs up and over to the right. Side stretch. Inhale, bring it back to center, bend your knees, hands to center chest. Rotate to the left, right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Pressing the palms together, I'm getting a nice rotation. Working the sidelines energetically and working the organs physiologically. That ringing of the organs, liver, gallbladder are on the right. Untwist and fold. Bend your knees, chair pose. Hands to center chest, and we rotate over to the right. An extension of the arms can happen here. Chest untwist and fold. Walk the hands forward. Come into a plank position. Separate the feet about hips width apart. You can stay here or come into the down dog or lower down. Inhale, transition to an extension, a soft cobra extension. Feel the tops of your feet press down on the mat, contracting the back line, not too hard. Exhale, lower into a child's pose and pause. Setting your forearms down, either lace your fingers and create a little bit, kind of like a snail's belly on the sides of the hands with a little space in between the hands, a little cup. If you have a dowel, you can use the dowel with the palms face up. And working into lifting the head up off the mat. So I'm not arching my cervical spine, it's just that I'm not resting the weight of my head down, and I'm pedaling the feet, That's it. I'm going to twist over to one side, side line, twist over to the other side on the outer edge of the foot. Nice balance here. And then I'm going to walk my feet in and kick one leg up softly, holding. Those of you who are working with an inversion practice can lift up, maybe draw both legs up. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I lower down. I bring the feet down and the knees down, I pause. So an inversion practice that is done softly can be very soothing. It can be cooling for the nervous system. If you find yourself efforting too much, you stay with both feet grounded or one foot lifting with the the lifting is very natural and shouldn't be a big effort. If you're finding that you're in a yang state, you're huffing and puffing, you're grunting, drop that ambition. Drop the expectation, let your nervous system drop. This will only produce anxiety and stress. You know, it's to bring these concepts into the physical practice, in my experience, has been far easier than doing it in real life and in emotions. That's where the real gym is, right? That's where the real studio is. It's the emotional arena. So now that we've done that, planting the palms and drawing back into a tabletop position, take your right forearm down, extend your left leg, bend, open, in, extend, bend, open, in. So what am I working? Well, I'm working the meridians of the wood element, liver, gallbladder through this quadrupedal position. And this beautiful quality in for my hip. It's just kind of hanging. I'm softening the little strings, the little straps from bones, and I'm giving my joint a nice lubrication job. So good. Yes, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to place the foot and I'm going to pivot the whole game over to the right and work into a side stretch. Yummy. Stretching, stretching, and then drawing myself back to that quadrupedal. Forearms down, snail's belly. Teeter totter, right knee, left knee, and then switch it up. So I go right leg in, out, out. It's really about designing the movement, deciding if it's for repetition or for time. This is all vision. This is all very wood element. How do you create a practice? How do you create a movement practice? How do you keep it adaptable and change? Because you're not yourself replicated every day in the same way. How do you modify? How do you adapt? So this is where all the cultivation of this work can become very interesting and far beyond just the body. It's like, how does it come to life? Okay, how many of these did I do? Me, no, nay, don't know. Sometimes you have to lose count. Bring it down, open it up, side, reach. I might want to bring myself to my palms. This will give me a little bit more of a lever, and then I can really get into my front, my psoas, hip. So good. Bring it down, bring it down. This time, palms down. Let's go into the down dog. If you'd like to transition and do a series of movements that we call a flow or a transition of vinyasa, we come forward. We exhale down halfway, transition to the tops of the feet into an extension, and then we bring it back to down dog. I'm a big fan of working not just the soles, but the tops of my feet. If this is too much, you're cramping up, just come to the soles. Nothing like the sole. And then walking the hands back to the feet. We're gonna come into some balancing postures. So I want to start out with a shifting of the weight of the body to my left foot. I cross my right leg over my left. I can either keep a soft cross or work with a bind. This is what we call the eagle legs in yoga, 𝑦𝒏𝒔𝒕𝒂𝒍. And then I'm going to bring my left arm over my right and come into a bind in my arms. I go low. So that crouching is making a pooling quality of blood, like a little valve, pulling it around the joints. And when I'll release it, big flow. Big energy flow. So let's release it, right knee up. Extend your right leg back. Hold. Try to level your hips. Try not to fall. Arms can go out to the sides. I feel the balance through the triad of my left foot. I inhale, I come back up, knee up. Lace the fingers, pull the knee toward my chest. Point flex, point flex. Point flex, and release. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, I come down into a little squat. If you want to bring your hands down and kind of rest the forehead down, little moment. I can also lean and shift the weight of my body into my hands and see if I can transfer the weight softly. So why am I offering this arm balance here in this practice of the BALM? To simply state or offer the possibility of being very adaptable. Sometimes you have to stand on your 2 feet. That's hard enough. Let's go on the right leg, cross left leg. Sometimes you have to stand on 1 foot. Sometimes life throws you a curveball. You have to kind of stand on 1 hand in a handstand. So right arm over the left. As you can see, I'm not binding on this side. I suffered an injury many years ago. My right hip needs the TLC. At times I will power and kind of move it where I feel that the invitation is there from my hip to go deeper. Today is not one of those days. There's pain. There's a sensation that's just deeper and is telling me not to go past a certain edge. Knee at an extension, I open up and I open up my arms. The beauty of flight, of rooting, of powering through that leg. Feel, pull, slurp it up. And then I bring it up, left knee in toward the chest. Point, flex, point, flex. And then I release. I want to take an opportunity here to root into the feet, turn the toes out, coming into goddess pose or like a sumo squat or qigong stance. Calibrate the weight of the body here. So beautiful. Go ahead and plant the hands down, parallel the feet, walk it forward. Side plank 1. Feet are staggered or stacked. Moving up with the hips, reaching, opening up, opening the front line. Bring it back. Wide feet. Staggered feet or stacked feet for the side plank. Which then replace the foot like a kickstand. So rolling 3-dimensionally the whole circumference of the body. Option again for a vinyasa or transitional flow, wiping the slate cleaner. Dropping back. Down dog. From here, I'm going to move the hands back to the feet. Taking myself into, again, a standing position this time. Standing ankle to top knee coming into the outer hips. So this is a shorter practice, yet a very beneficial one, where we open up the side lines, we give them a rinse, we become aware of them. If you can, you want, that squat from the beginning is handy here as I come into squat and maybe balance. Woo. So I explore, can I hold that center? And then from here, hands come down. Straighten the leg. Grab a hold of the foot or the knee. Open up out to the side. Holding the balance. So I could be here or here holding my knee. I draw the knee forward. I release. Heel bumps. Letting everything move through the body, letting go. Hop, hop, hop. Let it go. Like sap, sweet sap moving through the trunk of your tree. I'm at center. Do this again on the other side. And we'll go into a bit of a vigorous shape. So I'm taking my figure 4 with the legs. Beautiful opening. Let's see if I can down, slower, lower. See one side, the other side, different. Honor, no judge. No beating ourselves up about it. What happened to that hip? What happened to that side? What is not firing? What is not connecting? These are the questions we want to ask. And it's not why, it's what, how. Let me back up. I grab a hold of the foot or the knee. I stand and I balance. Side. Right? In, forward, and down. Feel bumps. Let it go. Close the eyes. Just those feel bumps. Let the arms be very soft. Like you're dripping any concern, any toxic emotion, anything that's guarding, holding, keeping you in a holding pattern, stuckness, leaking through nostrils, fingertips, heels. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms up, kneel down. Sit onto your heels with the hands and the fingers like you're splashing water forward. Splashing water forward. Again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it. Bring the hands down, lean forward all the way onto the belly. Back your forearms down, release your forehead. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Round the belly. Round the belly. Get earthy here. Softly lift the gaze, a soft extension of the front of the throat, extension of the back of the neck. And turning the head to the left, to the right, center. Tuck your toes, knees in, walk the knees, walk the knees, walk the knees in. Lean back, allow the head to drop. From that place, slowly come to sit up, hands to your knees, take a deep breath in, exhale. This is our short practice for today. Enjoy it. A little balm for your joints, for your nervous system. I'll see you again soon. Thank you.